Hello and welcome to Qasr El Yahud, Castle of the Jews. This is the baptismal site at the Jordan River. There are a couple of places we go to, Yardenit in the north where the Sea of Galilee flows into the Jordan. But we have this here, which is closer to the original site of Jesus' baptism, because near here is the Dead Sea, which is the terminus of the Jordan River. Just across the river is Jordanian territory. Literally, you can almost throw a stone across it. And the river is higher than usual. That's because the Sea of Galilee has been pumped up with desalinated water. And of course, that water flows from the Sea of Galilee in the Jordan to the Dead Sea. So this is a special place. And while we're not having a baptismal service here, and it's uncharacteristically wet, but we're so glad to be on this trip after a 3-year hiatus, COVID inspired, and to learn more about the Bible as we walk where Jesus walked.
Hello, I'm Belle and this is Josh, and we've just been to Nazareth village, and I was really surprised to see all the different soil types, the parable of the soils, and just the rock slate when it comes to the seed being thrown on the shallow soil. Like, just to see that the rocks weren't round, that they were like a slate, like a sheet. So yeah, it just brings the story to life coming on this tour, so I highly recommend it.
Yeah, that's right. It was awesome to see the wine press that would have been used at Jesus' time. Just so awesome to have that visual image of exactly where Jesus could have been, the stories, the parables that he told about the wine press, the olive press, and seeing the importance of that pressing of the Holy Spirit, and where we get that from, that because Jesus was pressed like those olives, that the Holy Spirit has been released and we are now free to experience that. And so it's just been such a great experience here on the Freedom Tour.
In a water
we just
tunnel.
came out of the tunnel at Megiddo, and it was amazing. You went down, and I was not expecting it, but you got down there, and it just kept going and going and going. And yeah, it was just incredible. People started singing down there, and you're just walking through, and it's so dark, and you're trying to picture what they did back in the olden times, you know, how they would carry the water out of there. It's just incredible. So amazing, big surprise, and one of the highlights so far.
I'm Michaela. I'm eating a schnitzel, and it is fabulous.
What's in it?
It's the schnitzel, chicken yeah, chicken schnitzel and sauces,
Tahina.
and then hummus and very fresh bread. The best bread.
The best bread ever?
Yes.
What about you?
I'm eating with the missing tooth, but
You're eating.
I'm eating falafel, and I have sauerkraut and pickles and some kind of slaw and hummus and
Is it good?
very good.
My name is Jill. I'm from Australia. I'm with the Freedom Tour in 23, and the last minute I got the opportunity to ride a camel, which was an awesome, but I left the man behind that was going to be with me, and he was a doctor, so he got left behind. I've ridden sort of wild brumbies up in the Northern Territory, and I've also had the opportunity to ride the Lipizzanos in the original Lipizzaner stud in Slovenia, in the big arena, and that wasn't quite, nothing beat the Kameel Road. It was brilliant. Thank you.
Hey everyone, Aaron Richner here from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and with the Cause Church, and it's been a really incredible trip. We've seen so many sights. I think for me, one of the highlights would be in Getty, actually, thinking about David and Saul, and then of course Ezekiel 47. I've spent so much time in that chapter and that passage over the last several years thinking about that prophetic promise of the Lord to send the rivers of the Holy Spirit through the church and through the world, and looking at the very valley that runs down into the Dead Sea and thinking about that miracle of the salty water becoming fresh. Because when the salt water mixes with the fresh, it's all supposed to become salty. So the miracle is that the fresh water turns the salty water fresh. And so just seeing that visual and being able to see the place that the prophet, stood and prophesied was really incredible. And so I just had a moment just in God's presence and just thanking the Lord for coming to revival. And so we've been doing a lot of that on this trip, just believing for and continuing for revival. And so it's been amazing. I love being here in Israel with the Freedom Tour 2023 and with the Cause Church and all our new friends as well.
Hi, I'm Sam from Geelong, Australia. I've just been on the Teach All Nations tour, and it was a really exciting tour. Made lots of really good friends on the bus, having lots of fun, visiting lots of great sites. My favourite was the Sea of Galilee, going there on the boat. There was lots of really good singing on there. I can't remember his name. Daniel, the guide on the boat, did a really good job of leading us through worship and had lots of good stories. So I really recommend, if you're looking for a great biblical tour around Israel, to go with Kameel and Leanne through Teach All Nations, and you'll have a wonderful time.
G'day, it's Dave from Australia, and it's just wonderful to chat with you and talk to you about the recent Freedom Tour in Israel. Well, what a fantastic time to meet people from America and other parts of Australia, to build up some friendships and to tour with them, with one of the world's best Bible teachers, seriously, who can do so many hours on the Book of Ruth. Dr. Kameel Majdali and his wife Leanne, just an incredible knowledge of the geography, the Bible theology about Israel and the Holy Land. You'll be able to walk in the steps of Jesus. What a wonderful time to be there, and also to actually have communion at the Garden Tomb, which was a real highlight for me. Seeing the Nazareth village, and also just being able to be there. This is where it all happened 2,000 and 3,000 years ago. And I'm sure if you go, you'll have a wonderful time.
Don't turn off your camera. Our chef here, Chef Amal and Chef Mohammed, they will serve the meal for you. Please count with them to see. Are you ready? Yes. Okay. 1,